Eccentric shapes start with an eccentric coil. So first we can see how to make an eccentric coil and then we can move on. So first, as usual, I am taking my slotted tool and taking a paper strip and then rolling it into a coil. For making eccentric coils, you will need a quilling board or a cork board or some piece of styrofoam. This quilling board has cork on its back, so I can use pins over it to hold my quilling elements. After making a loose coil, I glue the end of the paper strip just like a regular loose coil. And then, using a bell pin, I push the center of the coil to one corner. Now the center is brought to one end so that it makes an eccentric shape or an eccentric coil. To maintain this eccentric shape, I apply some glue near the crowded area of the paper strips so that the glue will hold the shape. I am going to make more eccentric coils to make the other shapes. Now we can make another eccentric coil the same way. The eccentric shapes that we made will take few minutes to dry well and hold the shape. When you don't have a quilling board like this, we can use a piece of styrofoam and some bell. This piece of styrofoam is what I got from a packaging from a box. So you can use any styrofoam for this purpose. Now I'm going to roll the paper strip. Make a loose coil, put it down and take a pin to hold it on one side. Now take another pin and with it drag the center of the coil to the corner. Now we can find that they got crowded to one area, so we got the eccentric shape. And now once again, to hold the shape, we are going to apply a little dot of glue in the crowded area and let us allow it to dry. So it works in the same way in whatever surface you are going to make it. So now here you can see it more closely and then we can put it to dry. Once dry, we can get our eccentric coils out. So for eccentric coil, we are just going to paste one of them just on the worksheet. And then for eccentric teardrop, what we do is squeeze the top part to make a teardrop. So this makes an eccentric teardrop. Here we can compare a regular teardrop and an eccentric teardrop. In eccentric teardrop, you can see it more uniform layers and are symmetrical than the regular teardrop. For eccentric petal, take a teardrop and bend it on the top, and this makes an eccentric petal or the eccentric curved teardrop. So once again we can compare a regular petal and an eccentric petal. The eccentric petal has controlled uniform pattern within the coil. For eccentric eye, keep the center part down and press the sides like an eye. So it looks like a real eye, then compared with the regular eye shape that we made using our regular quilling. Now we can glue down the eccentric shapes. Here you can see the eccentric eye is looking like a real eye with the center in the bottom, and the regular quilling eye shape has a different look. In the next part of our class, we will be seeing the scrolls.